Bom, bom, bom. Welcome, you guys. Well, listen. We got time to do another lesson. We're going to a part. We're going through this Bible. There's really quite a lot of chapters in this book of instructions. Okay, I went ahead. It's about 31, which represents four, which is the way this whole business has been running down. It's every four, and I did look. It's every four is going to represent a world, and that's how the thing can be read. And remember that if you guys are new, or I teach the number four has to do with our world, our mind. What's the state of our mind? And it actually has specific things would show up in one, which is like some kind of even the beginning of something, but it's because it's represented one, but it's God, and it's Pharaoh, it's where the conscious of the person that owns that head. It's what is it's what's in that head, and those are also known as kingdoms. All right, but anyways, we're in the book of Proverbs, and we're up to the number 9, and 9 is a conscious number. 9 is a beautiful thing. Nine is when we when we embrace the mother of us all, and the mother of us all represents this place on the right side of our brain. The right side is the higher conscious, whereas and it's asleep, or they call it like some kind of a grievous head wound because of a pact that we made, or a vow that we made with God long time ago, way before the earth was made. That's how the stories go, is that and the earth is representing your mind, the lower mind, the lower side of the left side. Is that the right side? Yeah, the left side is the carnal mind, representing the earth itself and dirt, the land. And then we have the spiritual side of our bodies representing, under female control, is the kundalini and the right hemisphere. This is this idea that the spiritual side of our body is something that you can't see, whereas the carnal side of our body is what you can see, is the flesh. So it's flesh and spirit. And so I want to get you to understand how this all works together. Is this going to work? I'm pushing this. There we go. We're now in Proverbs 9. 9 is a very conscious number, and it's either 144,000 or a 9. A 9 representing the right side of the boat, where we say that's where we should toss our nets over to the right side. And that way we'll draw up 153 fish, which is a high 9, because it has a right-hand reference. All right, and besides, it came from nothing. That's what we heard before in the last story, was that she came before the waters. I mean, she came, and only after her was the running waters and stuff like that. She came to a desolate place, and she filled it. She fills it full of love and God. And so, of course, 9 is going to represent this conscious side. And so this is her and her girls and the damsels, which is going to represent the chakra system. All right, this is just the way it goes. And it's right here in front of your face. Okay, number 9. Wisdom had builded her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She hath killed her beasts. She hath mingled her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has set forth her maidens to cry upon the highest places of the city. Who so simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, Come eat my bread, and drink the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go the path of understanding. He that reproveth a scorner, getting to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man, getteth himself a blot. Number 7 and 8. Reprove not a scorner, yet he hate thee. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. All right, well, these are the first set of worlds. And remember, you're supposed to be seeing these as worlds. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going through this idea that you're going from the mind through the emotions and into the physical side of us, and then on to the outcome that we'll talk about that. All right? Come eat my bread and drink my wine. This is number 5, which I have mingled. All right, so all of these, this is your 7 angels. This is the 7 churches. All of this is about, this is female controlled, because this happens when you're in spirit mode. Your skin has been left hanging on the tree while you go about this internal journey to find God and to put mom and dad together. So all of these things, remember in number 8, we talk about the woman lying outside and I think it's going to talk about it here again. It's going to bring it up again. That the woman, not this part, not this part, but the woman, she sits outside of the door. She sits outside. This is a total reference to the spiritual part as being something from the outside. She's outside of the gate. She's on the lower side of things. She's not in the gate. Whereas this woman, she is in the gate. She's crying from the gate. She's trying people to come up and see her. And this other one is in front of the door. So just to get you bringing your ear into the scene here, that's what you should be listening to. When someone is without, they're all without able to communicate to God, because they are without. And it's easy to say that they just have no God in them. They're just without. Let's see. She's saying stuff like on number 2, which represents God's creation, the higher mind and the lower mind come together. But listen, she's killed her beast, and that's, she's killed the beast side of you, which is the idea that when this happens, when we connect with her, there's no more lower mind and there's no more higher mind, and they become even. And so this takes care of the beast. It kills the beast. And that's the new you, the new mind, the new heaven and the new earth. All right? Just getting you ready. This is symbolism. This entire book is a spiritual book. It is not meant to be something that you read like some Harlequin romance or something like that. But anyways, we'll start again with number 9. And remember now, this is going to be talking from 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then 13, 14, 15, 16. Every 4 is going to be a world showing you what it's talking about and how it fits into each one of those grooves. It's not very long, so hang on. 9. 9, start of another world. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. Number 10, and fear. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. I'm giving you the knowledge of the holy. We're talking about this one right here. We're in this spot. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. Number 11. If thou beest wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. But if thou scornest thou alone shalt bear it. So this should put it right down to you. This is number 12. It's going to be the end here. This should really tell you that it's all about you. It's not about someone else. It's not about your mom, your dad. It's not about your preacher or anything like that. This is about you. You go through this. You go through this, and you will help just yourself in this. But if you scorn these instructions that we are going through, well, it's only you and your soul that's being let down. All right, so let's watch now. Let's watch as this goes. This is the last set. Is it the last set? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see how it works. If thou be wise, thou shalt be wise for thyself. All right. But if thou scornest, thou alone shalt bear it. So it's all about yourself. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. This is religion. All right. All they're doing is just reading things. All right. And telling you what they think it means. She sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city. This sounds like this one right here, because city is going to be representing an outside situation. To call passengers who go right on their ways, which would be 16. That must be the way it goes. Yeah. Who is simple, let them turn in hither. And as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith to him, stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten is secret and pleasant. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Well, this is she represents the synagogue of Satan. Right? I've been out fishing. Every now and then you might hear a little noise. But I've been out fishing, trying to get people to come and say hi. You got to piss them off a little bit, and at the same time, this is turning the other cheek. When someone says, you're a fool for believing that you ain't got no God in you, listen to that, I say, okay, well, what you do then is you then prove it. That's I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't care if they believe me or not, but someone in that group is going to hear that and listen. Like I just got one. I've been berated by this one guy a couple of times, but every time he says something, I teach something. And someone said they like it. So, it's not always for that person, the one that catches on to that, when I'm out there fishing up these people, these devils in hell. Sometimes you think, wow, it'd be like, shooting fish in a barrel, and it is kind of in a ways, except that a lot of people, they don't want to go any further. This idea, sounding new age and all this, it just freaks them all out. So very few people come in and say, I'm not so sure about that, And so we have our own little groupie, a little sticky booger, and that's our friend Birdie Bird, and she's a beautiful gal. But when it comes down to Jesus and stuff like that, she just tracks this dogma through our house, and not caring about it. So, whether she knows it or not, the idea is that, you're tracking shit through my house, But, it's digital shit, so it doesn't bother me so much. But this idea, of, we're harboring somebody in our midst that is constantly knocking God. Whereas we are trying to show her that, hey, stop, oh my God, But, for whatever reason, she's still hanging on. And that's like, this is a challenge. And when you are challenging this, how can you believe any of this shit? It's like, that's some heavy slumber, man, But otherwise, she's just trolling me, all right? And so who cares, all right? But when it comes down to it, when this happens, when we hook up with the proper gal, when we hook up with the right one, we're in our right mind now. And she's only there she's going to bring substance to it. She's going to take the emptiness away. And she's part of those fountains, those rivers of life that come from inside of us. She is the tree of life that feeds from. She says, my fruits are the best fruits, you know. You cannot get any better than mother, all right? And religion is the whore, you know. So, you know, you side with the whore, you know. That's why I said to you, my friend Sable, is that God, and if we play God right, you know, this channel and most of the people, the few people that are on it, might be God. This idea that they'll represent the spiritual side of our Bible, and you just clamor around, dragging your chains all over the place, and promote the outside of the Bible. That can't be any better than our Bible itself, showing the letter, what happens to those people on the letter, and then again, what knowledge and stuff is brought into those people that are on the spiritual side. That this knowledge and things like that is actually something that aids you. Whereas, you know, when you want to follow Father and you want to believe in the folly, what a childish mind it makes of you. All right. The simple side of this. Remember, this woman's calling for you simple people to come and have knowledge and be full of God. To take that emptiness away, to take away those things that come against you, and to give you life where it can be more abundant now, you know. And so this is the place that God is wanting you to go. So anyways, you know, God love her, you know, she's still doing God's word. We know this. That's why we allow this kind of garbage to happen. But this is the challenge. You need to challenge. You need to take this to heart, and you need to change your mind about God and stop blaspheming him and blaming him for all the ill wills and shitty things that happen to you and to this world. God has nothing to do with it. You know, you've got to put your aim towards the problem, and that's your skin. That is your life. You're dead. You need to come alive. You need to you need to let that animal be destroyed by her, because you're not going to get anything out of the bitch. All right. So this is number 9. There's a whole mess of these scriptures. I'm ready to see what's next. These all ran smooth. These ran wonderfully, and you could write our code by these stories. All right. But let's see what happens next. I'm going to go a little bit further, because I don't want to do them all, but maybe we can do like the coolest ones, you know, the ones that I can prove. Hey, listen to this. Those people that have the ears to hear, and, you know, regardless, even you see that, I can still hear things, you know. But when I go down the road on my bicycle, the wind has me flopping like this. So, you guys, I can't wait to reveal more of this. This part of the Bible, so far, like the Corinthians, has been very revealing for those people that have made this break over to the other side. All right? All right, so anyways, you guys, ain't this the coolest stuff on earth? And I see that I get very little play. This is the coolest shit on earth, the coolest stuff. And there ain't any other way that you can look at it. I mean, other than, you know, the Satan way. All right, you guys, keep practicing, checking this out. Look back at me every now and then, see what the hell I'm doing. All right. I'm basically alone. All right. Check this.